Something is already moving toward you. You hatched 6 seconds ago. You are 1.4 meters long. The barracuda 3 meters to your left is 2.1 meters. You are a Mosasaurus Hoffmanni, 18 meters at full growth, 19 tonnes, double-hinged jaw, 2 rows of teeth. The largest marine predator in the history of this planet, extinct for 66 million years. This is the Great Barrier Reef. 344,400 square kilometers, 26 degrees Celsius, 9,000 species. Not one of them has encountered anything like you in 66 million years. They are about to. The year is now. The place is the Northern Coral Sea, 41 kilometers off the Queensland coast. Water depth at this reef shelf, 18 meters. Visibility, 40 meters. Current temperature, 26 degrees Celsius, within 2 degrees of the Maastrichtian Sea your biology was built for. Until this morning, the apex predator here was a 3.8-meter bull shark named by researchers as Individual 47 in an ongoing tag study. She has held this northern reef channel since 2019. She is 230 kilograms, and she is very good at her job. You are 1.4 meters and 45 kilograms. You are also going to ruin her entire career. Your mother is already gone. She made a single slow pass after you were born, 1 full orbit at 4 meters depth, and then she descended into dark water and did not return. This is the late Maastrichtian parenting standard. Functional, efficient, completely without sentiment. You are an orphan at 30 seconds old, which is simply how large marine reptiles operate and is not a reflection of your personal worth. The reef is immediately hostile. Within the first hour, a 2.3-meter blacktip reef shark passes directly overhead at the shelf edge. It angles down, inspects you for approximately 4 seconds, then moves on. You are not worth the effort yet. Within the second hour, a hawksbill sea turtle, 90 centimeters, 80 kilograms, moves across your position. It does not react. You are smaller than it is. This will not last long. Your scaled skin, dark charcoal gray dorsally, pale cream ventrally, already blends into the reef shadows at depth. The 26-degree water is close enough to the 28-degree Cretaceous seas your biology was built for. You can function here. Your jaw is double-hinged, like a snake's. The second row of teeth embedded in the roof of your mouth, the pterygoid teeth, exist to pin prey before it escapes. You have never used them. You will use them within the hour. There is a 2.1-meter barracuda 9 meters to your left. It has not moved since you hatched. It is deciding. You eat for the first time at hour 4. A blue striped snapper, 30 centimeters, 400 grams, swallowed whole in a single motion. The pterygoid teeth work exactly as designed. You need 2.1 kilograms of food per day at this size. The reef has millions of kilograms within reach. The food problem is the last problem you will have for a long time. By month 3, you are 2.2 meters. The blacktip sharks now change course when you appear on the same reef shelf. By month 6, you are 3.1 meters. The sea turtle avoids your channel entirely. By month 12, you are 4.8 meters and 680 kilograms. Year 1. Complete. Individual 47 has relocated her entire patrol territory 28 kilometers south. She filed no complaint. She simply left. The Northern Reef Channel is now yours.
The Whitsunday Corridor is a 120-kilometer stretch of inner reef channels running from Bowen to Proserpine. It is managed, and has been managed for approximately 3 million years, by a cooperative population of 40 to 60 bull sharks. They average between 2.8 and 3.4 meters and 250 kilograms each. They have a system. They patrol in overlapping circuits, communicate through chemical signaling, and share large prey between individuals. This system has been effective against every competitor they have ever encountered. You are 5.2 meters and 950 kilograms, and you do not know this system exists and would not care if you did. They will need a new system. The first confrontation happens at dawn at the Hayman Island Channel entrance. 4 bull sharks in a loose patrol formation. You enter from the north. Bull sharks bluff. This is their documented threat response, a series of repeated charges to within 1 meter, followed by abrupt turns designed to trigger flight in competitors. 3 charges per individual in coordinated sequence. This approach has worked against everything that has ever entered their territory. The 4th charge at you lasts approximately 1.7 seconds. You intercept the lead shark at its midpoint turn, close your jaw 1.4 meters from hinge to tip around its torso, and the channel is quiet. The 3 remaining sharks hold position for 9 seconds. Then they scatter east toward open water. You do not pursue them. You don't need to. The corridor is yours. The ecological cascade begins within 3 weeks. Bull sharks do not just eat fish. They regulate the behavior and population of every mid-level predator in the corridor. Barracuda, reef sharks, remoras, and juvenile sea snakes. With the bulls absent from the Whitsunday Channel, the barracuda population triples in 6 weeks. The barracuda devastate the damselfish colonies along the inner reef shelves. The damselfish had been farming algae, controlling which algae grew and which were removed. Without the damselfish, the algae grows unchecked. 2 kilometers of inner reef are smothered in an algae mat within 4 months. You did not eat the coral, but the coral is dying because of you. You are 7.2 meters now. You weigh 2,400 kilograms. The tiger sharks that operated along the outer reef shelf, 3.5-meter adults that had never been challenged in this ecosystem, have moved 40 kilometers south. They did this the week after the Hayman Island incident, not consciously. Their prey avoidance instinct, refined over millions of years, detected your chemical signature in the current and interpreted it correctly. Something is here that should not be here. They were right. There is only one animal in the Great Barrier Reef that does not move when you pass. A whale shark. Female. 12.1 meters. 21 tons. She has been feeding in the ribbon reefs for 11 years. She feeds on krill and zooplankton, filtering 6,000 liters of water per hour through her gill rakers. She is harmless. She is also the largest fish on Earth and the only animal in this ocean currently larger than you. You approach her at 8 meters depth. She does not deviate from her heading. She does not accelerate. She does not acknowledge you. You circle her twice, first at 4 meters clearance, then 2 meters. She filters krill. That is all. You are a 9-meter marine predator with a double-hinged jaw and 80 conical teeth and a tail fin that can outrun a dolphin. And this animal cannot be less interested in you if she tried. She is eating microscopic shrimp and she will not make eye contact. But the encounter matters. The whale shark's feeding route passes through 3 of your hunting channels. When she passes, the current she displaces pushes clouds of krill, small fish, and schooling baitfish into your ambush positions. Over the following 6 weeks, your kill rate in those channels increases by 31%. You do not understand why. You only know that staying near her passage route is working. Meanwhile, the dolphin pods have abandoned the reef. 3 resident Indo-Pacific bottlenose pods, 47 individuals across 3 family groups, navigating these reef channels for 6 documented generations, relocated over the course of 8 weeks. 1 pod first, the others followed. They are now operating 160 kilometers east in open water. Their departure removes something the reef depended on without knowing it. Dolphin echolocation had been providing real-time acoustic mapping of safe reef corridors to the smaller fish populations, a passive early warning system that tens of thousands of reef fish use to predict feeding windows. Without it, the reef is acoustically darker. The fish are more exposed. You are 10.4 meters. Your skull is 1.6 meters from snout to hinge. You weigh 8 tons. And something is becoming clear. The reef, 344,400 square kilometers, is not actually large enough for an animal your size. The prey is still here. But you are burning through it faster than it recovers. You need 55 kilograms of prey mass per day at this size. The math is beginning to matter. 38 tourists descended from the MV Reef Explorer at 9:20 am on a Tuesday in August, 41 kilometers northeast of Cairns. Standard Great Barrier Reef dive tour. Maximum depth 18 meters. Visibility 30 meters. You have been holding position at 22 meters depth for 4 hours, using the thermocline at 20 meters as a thermal boundary, a hunting technique Mosasaurus used in the Cretaceous interior seaway 70 million years ago where cold, warm boundaries concentrated prey species. It works here too. You are 12.7 meters long. You weigh 11 tons. The first diver to see you is at position 14 in the group, a dive master, certified, with 300 dives on his record. He sees the shadow at depth at 9:31 am. He surfaces in 11 seconds without completing his safety stop, boards the vessel at 9:33 am, and sits on the deck without speaking for approximately 2 minutes. He is not injured. He is also not going back underwater today, or on any other day in the foreseeable future. MV Reef Explorer is back at Cairns Dock by 11:40 am. The Marine Park Authority report is filed by 1 p.m. By 6 p.m., the incident is on national news. By 8 p.m., it is on every major international outlet. Within 72 hours, all commercial dive and snorkel operations on the northern Great Barrier Reef are suspended. 340 licensed dive charter operators. 4,200 tourist interactions per day. 1.1 billion Australian dollars in annual reef tourism revenue. Suspended. The absence of boats changes the water in ways no one predicted. G-break time Tech 10// Underwater noise levels in the closed sectors drop 80% within a week. The chronic low-frequency engine noise from 340 daily charter vessels, a constant background hum that had been disrupting fish lateral line navigation since the 1980s, is simply gone. Parrotfish populations in the northern closed sectors increase 14% within 3 months. The parrotfish bite coral, excrete white sand, and create the clean substrate that coral polyps need to settle new colonies. Without boat interference, spawning rates in the closed zones increase measurably. You displaced every human from the northern reef, and the reef immediately started recovering. This is ironic. You were simply hunting. But ecosystems do not have intentions. They only have consequences. You are 15.1 meters now. You weigh 15 tons. The northern reef belongs entirely to you, and it is getting very quiet. Calorie requirement at 15 meters and 15 tons, 110 kilograms of prey mass per day. The Great Barrier Reef's northern sector contains an estimated 2.1 million kilograms of fish biomass within your active hunting range. At your current consumption rate, you will reduce preferred prey density below the minimum viable threshold within 4 years. This is not a distant problem. This is how Mosasaurus populations crashed at the end of the Cretaceous. Not from the asteroid directly, from the food chain collapse the asteroid caused. Ocean acidification, plankton die-off, and prey species disappearing faster than apex predators could adapt. You do not know this. You only know that 4 feedings per day is never quite enough. Year 2, month 4. You are 17.6 meters long. You weigh 19 tonnes. Full adult. Maximum size. The Australian government's response plan has cycled through 2 iterations. Acoustic deterrence and a 600-kilometer exclusion zone proposal. The acoustic deterrence caused you to move 2 kilometers and resume hunting from a new position. The exclusion zone cannot be enforced because you do not follow the boundary. You follow the prey. You cannot be managed. You can only wait out. In late August, 17 humpback whales arrive on their annual northern migration, the Hervey Bay population, returning from Antarctic feeding grounds to their breeding waters near the Whitsunday coast. The first humpback encounters you at the Swain Reefs at 4 am. She is 16 meters long and weighs 30 tons. She breaches. 40 tons of animal exploding from flat, dark water in one motion. An alarm breach. A signal transmitted to every whale in the group across 40 kilometers of open water. All 17 divert east. They bypass the Great Barrier Reef entirely. The first time in their recorded migratory history that this population has not used the inner reef channels as a resting corridor. You watch them disappear into the dark eastern water. You do not follow. The energy cost of pursuing something 30 tons in the open ocean is not worth it. There is no other Mosasaurus Hoffmanni. Not in this ocean, not anywhere, no rival, no territory dispute, no mate. You surface once per day to breathe at the outer reef shelf north of the Coral Sea. The water is 140 meters deep here. You are alone at the surface for approximately 40 seconds each time. There is nothing above you. There is nothing beside you. There has not been anything besides you since the first hour.